Breaking news. Welcome to Germany's Real Estate Paradox 2025. Dear friends, the new year is just around the corner, and with it a whole load of legal innovations that are intended to take away your contemplative joy in the real estate market once and for all. But don't worry. Everything is of course only for your own good, or at least for the bureaucracies. The 2025 property tax reform, taxes for everyone unless you have nothing. From January, property tax will be fairer. Finally, as the owner of a one-room loft in Munich, you will have to pay as much as a castle owner in the Bavarian forest, because it's not without reason that uniform almost sounds like non-uniform. Will your landlord pass the additional costs on to you? Of course not. After all, landlords are the backbone of social fairness. The Growth Opportunities Act. Build quickly before you regret it. With digressive depreciation, new construction becomes really exciting. You can save on taxes for the first 6 years, exactly the time in which your construction costs explode anyway, due to material shortages, plastic bans, and absurd environmental regulations. But hey, we only promote energy-efficient new buildings here, so if you are planning to build a thatched tiny house with solar cells, congratulations. You are the new German real estate ideal, new non-profit housing, socialism for advanced users. With the introduction of the new non-profit housing, we are promoting affordable housing, at least on paper. The only problem? The administrative burden is so high that even Sisyphus would say, no thanks, I'd rather stay with my rock. CO2 tax increase, climate protection at a bargain price. The CO2 tax is rising and your heating costs are rising along with it. But don't panic. At 50 euros per ton of CO2, we are getting closer to the goal of making fossil fuels completely unaffordable. If you want to sell your house now because it has not been renovated to be more energy efficient, all we can say is good luck, and maybe a pair of warm socks for the winter months. E-invoicing requirement. Paper is the new luxury. From 2025, invoices in the construction and real estate industry can only be digital. Sounds efficient, right? Until your accountant completely loses track in a mess of Zugford and Ex-Rechnung formats. But hey, at least that saves paper. You need that now for your heating failure report sheet. Building type E. Welcome to the saving standard. A new building type for cost-effective construction? Sounds like a good idea? Sure, as long as the traffic noise in your mediocre soundproofed apartment doesn't get on your last nerve. But don't worry, if the mold spreads, the concept will still be sustainable. After all, it can still breathe. Plastic ban, sustainability with an extra cost. Plastic packaging for building materials will be banned from 2025. Now your insulation materials are only available in fairly traded jute sacks. That's better for the environment, but worse for your construction budget. But don't be sad. The supply bottlenecks are postponing the start of construction indefinitely anyway. Solar power 2025. The sun doesn't shine for everyone. The feed-in tariff is being cut. In times of negative electricity prices, there's nothing, except perhaps the warm, cozy thought that you're still doing something for climate protection. But the investment cost subsidies will help you. Maybe, at some point, if the bureaucracy allows it. Conclusion. Welcome to the bureaucratic state. While the world is hotly debating the real estate market, Germany is already one step ahead. We've turned our housing market into a Kafkaesque wonderland. But chin up, if you don't own a property, everything will stay the same. Unaffordable rents and long waiting lists. Happy New Year. Best wishes, your federal government. For a sustainable Germany, above all for your nerves.